Hello and welcome to our fourth Shakespeare Week video. Shakespeare wrote a lot of poetry and some great speeches in plays, so we know that he used a lot of words and used them well. But did you know he also invented a lot of words? Shakespeare was the inventor of, or at least the first person we know who used, over 1,000 words. They're called neologisms, which is the word for a new word. Some Shakespeare words we don't use so much, like ill-used, which is just what it sounds like, something which isn't used well, or a person who's treated badly. Or auspicious, which means lucky. It comes from the old Roman priest called an auspex, who is someone who looked into the future. But a lot of the words that Shakespeare was the first one to use are used to this day, like generous, or suspicious, or lonely. There are a lot of words that Shakespeare used that we wouldn't be able to get along with without today. Shakespeare also created a lot of phrases that we use to this day, like to break the ice, which is to start a conversation or a rapport with someone. We first used that in The Taming of the Shrew. Also, all that glitters is not gold, which was first used in The Merchant of Venice and means that not everything that looks important is really important. He also used the term a pound of flesh in A Merchant of Venice, which in that play is the payment that Shylock demands from Antonio for his loan. He wanted to cut a pound of flesh away from his chest. And now we use it to mean an expense, often unjustified. Shakespeare also used as good luck may have it in The Merry Wives of Windsor, which is to talk about your luck, how lucky something is. In Macbeth, he used come what may, which we use to accept fate or fortune, cast things to the will of the gods. In the play Othello, he first used the phrase the green-eyed monster, which is how we talk of jealousy. And also phrase to wear one's heart on one's sleeve, which is to be open and expressive in one's feelings, not to be secretive. In the play Hamlet, which is most famous for the quote, to be or not to be, he first used the expression, methinks the lady doth protest too much. These days, we use the phrase, the lady doth protest too much, to mean that someone is overly defensive and probably did the thing that they're saying they didn't do. Shakespeare, of course, created a load more words and a load more phrases than we have time to go into today. But if you go through the plays and poems of Shakespeare, you'll find them littered with very familiar words. Tune in tomorrow for our next Shakespeare Week video.